So another person in a list of creators and people who are out there doing the work, who absolutely know what we drivers need and want, is Jeff. Jeff is Mike Drop Barbecue on YouTube.
Most
Check
definitely.
out his channel if you're on YouTube. And he obviously will have a lot to say about this too, because he tells drivers all the time, get your own clients, have your own clients. So, Jeff, what are you thinking about this lawsuit that's going on here in Colorado in the 11th hour? They've known about it almost a year, went into law a
Oh,
long time ago. Here we are.
yeah. I think Denver's on to something. And I'm glad Denver put this up exactly at this point in time where we need it. Because right now, transparency is about to take over. We're back at that everybody needs to know the truth era in America right now. And Uber and Lyft, they've been hiding under this veil of we're protected, from transparency and protected from things based on the type of government we have. Now that people are waking up to realize true value of our communities, the true value of what we're doing as gig workers, we want to cut up that wealth. We see everybody becoming millionaires and billionaires, and we're funding pensions and we're funding retirement plans, and drivers have none of that. We have none of that, but yet we're creating the wealth for all of that. So once the transparency hits, we'll show our communities like riders, we'll show businesses, everybody, how much money we're truly generating and how much money is leaving our community going into the hands of Uber and Lyft. They don't want to show that. They want people to have this belief that, oh no, it's very expensive to run our company. But people got $300 million bonuses. A $300 million bonus, that's not an expense. That's just greed at that point. When you got the people who are creating the wealth, sleeping in their cars, being evicted from their apartments, living in hotels, but you got a bonus like that, come on, you got to be a little more transparent.
Yeah. And let's not forget that every single app, every single one calls us an independent contractor.
Everyone.
So and that's going to be a hindrance to them, because what are they going to go in there and say, well, the workers, you mean the independent contractors?
Yeah, exactly. Full faith and credit. I mean, they gotta sit and show us, what are these people paying for these rides? What are we getting for the ride? Show all parties involved if it's legit. If it's not a scheme and it's legit, you should be willing to show everybody. But the fact that you're like, no, it's going to make us show too much. Too much of what? It's just a transaction. You can't show a transaction. It's like, it must be something hidden in there. There's some scheme hidden inside of this transaction that they don't want people to see, because once they see it, they know we're getting robbed. As drivers and riders both, we're getting robbed.
Yeah. And even a customer sees an airline ticket when they buy it. They see fuel surcharge. If you really look at a receipt, there's about 15 line items. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's called being transparent.
Exactly. And it's everything. Like I said, you can see what you're being charged for: luggage, federal excise taxes, any state or local taxes. I mean, airport fees, you see it all. And you're okay with it because you're like, well, I need to travel. At least I know where this money is going. That's it. But when you show somebody, hey, it's an $85 ride. Okay, how much is the driver getting paid? $13. Wait a minute, hold up. So you telling me this ride is $13 and I'm paying $85? That's a $72 fee. You're charging me $72 in fees for $13 service. Yep. Nobody even grocery shops like that. I'm not going to buy a bag of apples for $4 and I get to the cash register and it comes out to be $17. It's like, oh, well, it's $13 in fees for this bag of apples. Like, no. If the apples are $4, I'll buy it for like $4, maybe $5. But you're not charging me no $17 for a bag of apples because of fees.
Sure. And as well as anybody that especially you on your channel, you're telling drivers to get your own clients. This is almost going to make the client approach the driver and say, I saw the last time you only got $13, so why don't I just pay you directly?
Oh yeah. And that's happening a lot here, especially in Phoenix. And I love the fact that we have apps here in Phoenix, app like Pax. They allow riders and drivers to talk to each other. They allow us to communicate directly so we can negotiate our own prices, negotiate what's fair between us two. And we give a percentage to Pax, and Pax is okay. We're fair with that because they market for us and they do a lot for us, but they only get 35%, where Uber is charging 300% in fees. You're getting $10, but they're charging $30 for the ride. That's a 300% taxing. It's like, hold up, man, you're really hitting us. And if riders and drivers are walking around communicating and talking to each other, we keep the game true. Now it's true competition, it's fair competition, it's true market value. If somebody's telling me it's worth $100 for them to go here and there, I say, okay, that's fair. It's $100 is fair. Because I mean, Uber might have paid me like maybe 50, 60. Uber might have charged you about 130, but we're agreeing on $100 being fair. Okay, it's fair. And as long as you got the right permits, we got for hire permits out here. You got commercial insurance brokers out here to allow you to broker insurance. So many different ways you can do business other than doing it just through Uber and through Lyft. Uber and Lyft, they're just exploiting the industry right now for people who don't know how to really do it, taking W-2 employee brain people and exploiting them, saying, hey, drive for us. And over the year, you're paying $35,000, $40,000 in fees to Uber. It's like, it's not a free app. It's free to download. It's not a free app.
So I know that you have lots. And again, guys, everybody watching this, check out his channel on YouTube. But here's the last thing I want to ask you. There's going to be politicians, lawmakers, drivers in all kinds of markets watching this. And let's assume many of them haven't seen you before. I know your message. I've heard your message many times in different videos and different settings and stuff. But what would your message be in a quick, minute and a half, 2-minute elevator pitch if you had to kind of summarize all that you are on your platforms?
I would say I'm a true fighter for the community without even being elected in. Nobody had to elect me and vote me in to be a supporter of my community. I fight for local businesses, and drivers who live around me are small local businesses. The brick and mortars, they're small local businesses. I fight for those people. And if you're an elected official and you're not fighting for the people in your community, why did they elect you and put you there in the first place? Who are you fighting for? You got to fight for these drivers. Keep that money in your community. Fight against these big corporations because people elected you to protect the community. Do your job. That's it. I shouldn't have to be out here doing the job. I never got elected. I'm doing this for free. It's like other people got elected to do it. Protect your communities.
And then a real quick message to any drivers that have never seen you before, who are working these apps only and just kind of going back and forth between Lyft and Uber and going, man, what's better this week? Where are the fake tricks and hoops? And what would you say? What would you say to those people?
I would say to them, don't fall victim of the puppy mill, pigeon, hamster on the wheels. Don't fall victim of that because these apps are going to throw so much at you and not give you time to think. If you're a business, always think of yourself as a business first and foremost. Think of how much money you're putting into depreciation, into wear and tear, into tires, and think of that spread out over the whole year. Base your profits on all of that. Don't just think, well, I'm out here for an hour. If I make $22, there's more to me making $15 an hour. No, it's not. You're using your car, which is going to take all the profits you make just to keep it running. So how are you going to use all your profits to keep your car running and still have money to pay for rent, food, healthcare, because you're paying for your own healthcare? When you get on these apps, stop looking for pennies and crumbs. Chase profits and understand how, because you're teaching the AI and the algorithm how you drive. If they see you picking up popcorn off the ground, they're going to keep throwing it out there. When they see you not doing that, they're going to adjust their prices for you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with everything you've said. And if you guys want to learn a lot, and I mean a lot more, go check out Mike Drop Barbecue on YouTube. Jeff, thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem, Steve, man. Always a good time chopping it up with you, brother.
Yeah, we need this stuff to stop. It just needs to stop.
Hey, you're doing a good job out there in the community fighting for everybody. Like I say, man, you're putting yourself on the front lines. A lot of people know your name, your face, your content. You are putting yourself on the front lines every day, from being deactivated from the apps, from being them retaliating against you. You front line with the rest of the 300, man. You right there with us, brother. So I appreciate you putting yourself out there.
Yeah, always. Can't stop when they're doing this. So
can't
thanks,
stop,
Jeff.
won't stop.
Thank you again.